Okay, here's the video that accompanies the very first page of the notes for this next essential skill. And we just want to be able to review graphing linear equations. So first things first, we absolutely want it in y equals mx plus b form. So we definitely want that. As a reminder, the m is the slope, and remember slope is rise over run, and the b helps us find the y-intercept. So we definitely want it in y equals mx plus b form. All right, here's the process. All right, so if we take a look at question number 37, so we're just continuing from where we left off in the previous notes, we're going to identify what the y-intercept is. Okay, that's going to come from the b value here. So my y-intercept is going to be 0, comma, whatever this number is, which is -7. So 0, -7. That's the first thing we're going to plot on the graph. So on our graph here, let's go down to 0, so no right or left, down to -7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's my purple point on the graph. Now that I've done that, I'm going to go back up to the equation, and I want the slope to look like a fraction. So remember, the slope is the number that is attached to the x. So it's this 2, but if there's no denominator there, I'm going to go ahead and put a 1. So this is telling me that the slope is 2 over 1. Remember, the number on top tells us to go up or down. Since it's positive, we're going to go up. And then the number on the bottom tells us to go right or left. Since it's positive, we're going to go right. So from our purple point, we're going to go up 2, right 1. So up 2, right 1. And then we're going to plot that point. And then we're going to do it a couple of times. So now from the green point, we're going to go up 2, right 1, plot that point. And then I always like to have a couple of points going across my graph. Okay, so now we don't need the staircase here that we just used. That was just showing us doing our rise over run or our slope. So let's go ahead and erase those. And now that we've got our points, we're going to go ahead and grab straight edge. So as you remember, we know that this is going to be a straight line. So let's go ahead and graph this guy as a straight line. Make sure you extend through and then put arrows on the ends. And that's our first one. Okay, let's go through and do the second one. Okay, I actually like this one better because I can see that the slope is a fraction. So my y-intercept is going to be 0, 5. So we're going to start at 0, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're up now since it's a positive y-intercept. And then the slope, now you decide where you want the negative to go. I think I'm going to put the negative on top with the 4 and leave the bottom positive. So this is telling me I'm going to go down 4, right 3. So from this point, I'm going to go down 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right 3. That's going to be my point. And then I'm going to do it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's my point. All right, now I don't need my staircase. So I can go ahead and get rid of that. And then from here, grab your straight edge. And then we're going to connect the dots. Make sure that you draw your arrows on the ends as well. Hopefully looks familiar. Okay, let's move on to the next ones. Now these ones aren't written in y equals mx plus b form. So what we want to do is we want to write them in that form. So I want the y by itself. So I'm going to subtract the 2x to the other side. I know that those are going to cancel. Drop the 5y straight down. Drop the equal sign. Now I want the x to come first, then the constant. I'm going to divide by 5. Everybody gets divided by 5. Those are going to cancel. Y equals, oh, I'm not a big fan of this constant, so I think I'm going to change it. So let's go back to the question, and let's actually rewrite this guy, which is what I would do in classes 10. So we'll make this a little bit nicer for ourselves. I wouldn't typically ask you guys to do a y-intercept that is going to be a fraction. Okay, so I'm going to divide everybody by 5. So the -2 is going to get divided by 5, but then so is the 10. So that means that I have my y-intercept now is at 0, 2. So let's go ahead and plot that point. So 0, 2. And then now I have my slope. All right, my slope is negative 2 over positive 5. You could even move the negative down and keep the positive on top. So this is going to be down 2, right 5. So from our point, we'll go down 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plot the point. Okay, let's do it again. Down 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we could do points the other way. We could have gone up 2 from the purple point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left 5. Get rid of the staircase since we don't need that. It's just to help us see the slope. And then grab your straight edge. And we're going to connect the dots. And then remember, make sure that you draw your arrows on the end. Okay, last one. This one, I don't need to get the y by itself since it already is, but I do like to rearrange it. So I want the positive 6x first, then the minus 7. Okay, I can see the y-intercept is 0, negative 7, and I can see the slope. I'm going to put a 1 under that guy. It's going to be 6 over 1. So let's go up 6, right 1. All right. We're going to plot our point, 0, negative 7 to start. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're down here. Let's get rid of that errant purple dot. And then our slope is going to be up 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right 1. I think we can fit one more dot on here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Okay, get rid of the staircase. It's not necessary. Take out our straight edge. And let's go ahead and connect the dots. And extend this guy also. Put your arrows on the end. I think the only other thing that I would remind you of, and I would probably just put this on the side, is that if you have y equals and it's just some number, so there is no x, this line is going to be parallel to the x-axis. Then if we have x equals some number, so there's no y, then it's going to be parallel the y-axis. So just as a reminder, so some stuff from first term.